What is up, YouTube? This is BB302 coming at you with 2013 March ban list deck list for my Lightray deck. I'm sure many of you that watch your Yu-Gi-Oh channel have seen this deck before, but this is my take on it, and it's pretty consistent. I can get off a bunch of combos with it. I put a synchro engine, so it allows me to go for Black Rose, and then I can go big with all my monsters and just win, just go OTK. So here it is. Obviously the 3 JD, pretty obvious. I mean, it's Lightray Sworn. 3 Gearfried, for those who don't know, he negates stuff as long as you have all warriors on field and have a light warrior. If it's a light warrior or just a warrior. Yeah, just banish one warrior type to negate. So as long as you have a warrior in graveyard, you can negate anything. He's basically your Xian. He's pretty freaking good. 3 Diabolos. He's another 28 beater, just like Gearfried. Banish a light to reveal a set card your opponent has. Choose to either go top or bottom of their deck. So basically, he makes your opponent keep top decking a card you don't want them to have. So say you summon, activate effect, target your, say, face down spy or whatever. They reveal the spy, you would tell them, oh, put that to top deck, because I want you to keep top decking that, and I can just summon all my monsters next turn and just keep attacking. That, or if he's the only monster you have, oh, okay, you have spy, I really don't care about it. He's just going to keep going to your top deck for the next couple turns, so back to top, and just keep attacking and whatnot. So 3 Daedalus, he's the easiest to get out of the Lightrays. You just need four light monsters in grave. He's better for the field spell opponents. So I played against spellbooks with this deck. I beat him first round. He sided in pretty good against me. I mean, Blackhorn was pretty good against this deck. But this card is amazing against their tower. Oh, you have tower? Okay, special summon, blow up tower, and your 2 monsters. I don't care about your back row. He would chain fate or whatever, but it's like, okay, but I still get the pop, so very good card for the format. 3 Lila, of course, your popper. 3 Lumina, of course, to get my synchro plays off. You'll see why. I'll show you the combo later. 2 Raikou. I don't like to play 3 because too much stuff in this format pops. So setting this, I'm always expecting my opponent to, if I'm playing either Insectors or whatever, I'm expecting him not to stay on long and not even get the mill, so I'm not really sure about him. 2 Jane, I'd rather have, people usually only play 1, I'd rather have 2 because she can go up to 21. So, oh, I have charge in my hand, but they have a Thunder King. I'll just summon her and attack over Thunder King, I don't really care. My one-ofs, Aaron, Arcus, what's this one? Garoth. That's how much I know about these Lightborn. I barely even use them anyway, so. And 1 Celestia, 1 Honest, 2 of my own Thunder Kings. Wish he was up at 3, but oh well. And 2 Card Trooper. This is what I was talking about with the Synchro engine. I run 2 Birdman and Plague. The play I would do with Lumina would be Lumina effect. I would discard either Another Light or my Plague. Grab a level 4, so Lila, Garoth, whatever. Return to Lumina for Birdman. Sync for Black Rose, clear field, and if usually by then I would have like a pretty juicy hand with all my boss monsters, I would just go in for game from there. And plus it's Plague. I mean, I don't care if he gets milled. Obviously, I would just go for Stardust or Crimson Blader to stop whatever my opponent does. 1 Gores, 1 Trag. Trag is very good with this deck because I could just steal whatever my opponent has on the field, and then Exceeds with it or Synchro or whatever. You know, he's just really good. And for, of course, my magics, Charge and Solar Recharge, and 2 Beckoning Light. I'm sure a lot of you are like, why don't you play more Magic and Trap? Because I don't want to mill. Most of the time they're going to hit the grave anyway, so it's like, why even run them if I'm not going to hit them? Plus, I need all the light monsters I can get, so it's a very, very monster heavy deck. A lot of you are probably wondering why I don't run BLS, because I don't want to get those, have him in hand and have nothing to be able to do with him. Because sure, I'll mill him and get a light engrave, but if I mill my beckoning lights, then there's no point to even run him. So I already have enough boss monsters. Plus JD is just so good with the deck, I don't even need BLS. And for my extra deck, I won one magical android. She's a light, so that's the only reason why I run her. One Gaia allows me to synchro further. Usually I'll just summon him. If my opponent doesn't do anything, I'll either synchro into Stardust for protecting my big monsters, or Crimson Blader to prevent him from summoning bigger monsters. Black Rose to clear field, like I said. Stardust, Crimson Blader. No, my Exceeds are Leviathan. One Giga Brilliant, it's another light. Glad it came in a tin because I didn't feel like trading for it. Plus the detach is pretty easy, so I have Lumina. And I have 3 lights warning grave. Summon Lumina, activate effect, pitch whatever, grab another Lumina overlay for Giga Brilliant. Detach. I have 4 now, so summon JD, don't care. One Black Shipcorn, can't believe it's frickin' $25. Only came in a book. I wish I had more. One Cowboy, another $25 card. Poppy, Starleech, Paladynamo. For those of you who don't know, you need 4 light monsters. Detach both to make a card on field have 0 attack, and if it does this effect, your opponent, that monster effects are negated. So you have you have Zen mains on field. Okay, I'll just overlay into this, detach both my materials, make him a 0 attacker. But the main thing is your effects are negated, so he can't save himself. Summon out my big monsters, attack, kill the Zen mains in 1 attack, and just go in for game. So this is a pretty good card. Plus, if he's destroyed by battle or by a card effect and it's under grave, I draw a card. So he just speeds up the deck a little bit faster. On my stroke, Utopia is just because he's a light. That's the only reason I would ever run him. I'm thinking I need to get a Utopia Ray if I could find one. Just because, again, he's another light. So if I get a Utopia Ray, that'll probably replace my Pearl. I really don't care. Pearl and Shockmaster. Shockmaster I rarely will go into unless I get a really good Trag playoff and steal a monster. But, well, that's the deck profile, guys. Most of the staples, like, Monster Reborn, MST, Heavy Storm, all that stuff is in my side deck. So depending on what my opponent plays, I'll just side out some of my big Lightray monsters and put in the staples to try and counteract that thing. But very rarely have I ever needed to side deck with this deck. Most of the time my opponent tries to side deck whatever, but I've rarely found a need to side deck. It's just, sure, I got beat up by Spellbooks at one time just because of Black Horn, but either way, I had big fields when he did whatever, so it's just I need to find a way of getting this a little bit faster. I'm thinking of maybe taking out one more Raikou for another Aaron, maybe. I'm not really sure. Let me know what you guys think. If I should replace the Raikou with another Aaron, let me know if what other suggestions you can put for the deck. BLS is definitely out. Chaos Sorcerer is definitely out. I have enough boss monsters in this deck. There's no need for any more. I was thinking Time Lord. I run enough monsters. I have 10. I have 10 engraved. Special summon Time Lord. He's a 4,000 beater. Why not? He's pretty big, pretty beefy. I just need to find a spot for him. Probably, if I can get my hands on him, he'll probably replace a Raikou. But then again, I need Lightsworn. Let me know what you guys think. Leave comments, suggestions below. This is BB302 signing out.